We're back today. I'm going to have a coaching conversation once again. Jeff Bissen for my I Evaluate class with Maria Jacobus here. And just to touch base, I observed it last week. We had our coaching or post-observation meeting conference following that, and we talked about a couple things that we can do better moving forward and setting a goal. And we talked about setting a SMART goal prior to the meeting today. So, after observing in your classroom and following our post-observation conference, there's a couple things we said we could work on. You're doing an excellent job in focusing in on curriculum and meeting benchmarks, varying instructional work there, and then your bell-to-bell teaching I thought was great, and your bell ringer stuff you started with was great as well. So the one thing we talked about was how do we improve student engagement. So I want to ask you some questions so I think we can establish a goal moving forward here. So what strategies are you currently using to engage students in their learning?
Well, you saw two of them in your observation with the bell work and the jigsaw activity that we did with the notes. Do a lot of pair share activities, do a lot of group work, working in groups of 2 and 3, sharing out both in small groups and then sharing out in groups as a class. I do a lot of class discussions, question and answer, bounce stuff around the room, talk to as many kids, question and answer formats as I can. That probably comprises a good portion of what I do.
Of those activities, do you think the kids enjoy one or the
They
other?
love working in groups. They love being able to sit and have that kind of, I don't want to say informality, I don't think that's the right word, but they like the comfort level of having small groups and working together and things like that. I've noticed a lot of positive things come out of those.
Okay. Is there something you prefer, one activity over the other?
No, I'm fine with all of them. I'm pretty comfortable with all of those, and I'm always looking for new things to do as well to get kids involved. So I'm always leafing through things and checking online and seeing what new strategies are out there. So.
Good. What are some of your observations early on about student engagement?
Well, if you're introducing a new topic or you're starting something new, starting a new unit, and you're going through information for the first time, they're very hesitant. As we get more through a chapter or a unit, they become more comfortable with it. I'll see more engagement, kids are more willing to answer questions, get better class discussions as the comfort level and the knowledge level increases throughout the unit. But in my years of teaching, that's been pretty typical, so I'm used to that. I try and, in the beginning, try and build on what I think they might already know about a topic related to something maybe going on right now that they may have heard of, they may already know about, something that kind of relates to their pre-existing knowledge base. And that tends to increase the level of engagement with more kids, at least at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And then you start moving towards more of the information for the unit and things they need to know, and kind of grow from there.
Okay. Which strategies do you feel you are the most comfortable teaching?
I'm fine with all the ones that I've used so far, the ones that you've seen. The one that I don't like to do, I don't like to stand in front of a class and lecture for long periods of time. I don't personally think I'm very good at it. People have told me otherwise, but kids don't learn very well that way, so I don't like to use it very often.
Yeah.
I'll use it for maybe short periods of time, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, 6 minutes or something for introducing a topic. Then we'll go and we'll work with that, that bit of information, do something out of the book, come back together, discuss it, that type of thing. But I don't like to do it for long periods of time.
Yeah. Well, I think the research shows that it's not
not
positive to do it for more than,
Especially with the learners that we have now. It's a totally different group of kids.
Yeah. What strategies do you feel you have the most potential to engage students in their learning?
Anything that gives them the opportunity to find things out for themselves, and that could be, any number of things. Anything that allows them to discover the information. You give them a set of ideas or a set of questions. You let them do the discovery, and then we discuss it. I've found that the more you make them involved in that discovery process, the better off you are and the more they like it, the more they retain it, instead of me just giving it to them all the time, so.
Well, I think that's like any kid who can take ownership of something and produce something where they think they're, it's their own thing.
Right.
Please
Anytime-
dismiss the 9th grade football players.
If you can give them something to do hands-on, something that works with the material too. I've done projects in the past where we've built stuff, or we've given presentations, or, written papers or something like that, then, kids have been very successful with those as well. That allows them to tap into maybe some of their own personal learning strengths, a little bit of creativity, allows them to think outside the box a little bit, use the material that they use in a fun way. And I've had a lot of success with those too.
Yeah, good. If students were more engaged, what results do you think you would find?
Oh, I think, obviously, scores are gonna go up in the grade book. I think the atmosphere in your classroom is a lot more positive, and I think the teacher-student relationship becomes even stronger.
Good. What data could you collect as you work towards increasing student engagement?
Well, I can just do a quick tally, something very simple along the lines of, who, for my own personal inventory, who do I talk to throughout class, just make a quick little check thing that I can do. Every once in a while at the podium, just keep a quick mental inventory. I could keep, a running tally of who's talking in class, who stays engaged,